When someone shouts at you or makes a sudden aggressive demand, your body doesn't wait for your conscious brain to catch up. Within milliseconds, your heart rate spikes, your jaw tightens, and a flood of stress hormones primes you to either fight back or run away. But there is a counterintuitive alternative to this biological panic. Instead of swinging back or shutting down, you can freeze an attacker's momentum simply by holding a deliberate 3-second pause. The moment you snap back at an insult or scramble to justify yourself, you hand the remote control of your nervous system over to the person attacking you. You let their chaos dictate your physical actions. Mastering the science of not reacting requires a systematic algorithm. It is a calculated process that shifts the power dynamic back in your favor, keeping you entirely unshakable no matter how high the stakes get. As social creatures, we are hardwired to read and mirror the emotions of people around us. This automatic stimulus-response loop makes it incredibly difficult to navigate conflict without absorbing the negative energy the other person is throwing at you. Psychologists refer to this as role spillover. If you operate with high empathy, the boundary between you and an aggressor gets blurry. You inadvertently soak up their stress and anger as if it were your own. We can see the cost of boundless empathy in this chart tracking human service professionals. Look at the lines representing workers with low emotional detachment. For them, absorbing emotional heat was unsustainable, and their exhaustion climbed steeply over time. Empathy became a severe liability. To survive high-pressure interactions, you have to break that automatic link. You need a method to separate an incoming threat from your internal emotional response. This brings us to the first phase of the algorithm: input observation. When someone shouts an insult, train your brain to view their words as objective environmental data rather than a personal attack. A reliable way to do this is by applying the OODA loop, a cognitive framework created by military strategist John Boyd. It stands for observe, orient, decide, and act. It forces your brain to systematically process a chaotic environment before launching into a response. Instead of thinking, "How dare they say that?" focus on the physical reality of the moment. You are simply observing a human whose vocal cords are vibrating, generating high decibel sound waves while their blood pressure rises. By stripping away the emotional narrative and treating their outburst as nothing more than biological noise, you neutralize their ability to inflict psychological damage. Once you've neutralized the input, you activate the biological circuit breaker. Immediately after an aggressive demand is made, you enforce a strict, mandatory 3-second pause. You do absolutely nothing. Researchers at the MIT Sloan School of Management found that this specific time delay works wonders in high-stakes negotiations. A 3-second pause reliably shifts the brain out of a defensive mindset and drops it into a deliberate, analytical state. This chart maps out detached concern, the optimal mindset during those 3 seconds of silence. Look at the balanced quadrant in the top right. True control comes from maintaining high concern for the outcome while simultaneously deploying high emotional detachment. This cognitive dissociation allows you to step outside your own body. You are no longer an active participant under attack. You are a third-party director, preserving your energy while calmly mapping out your next move. Now for the physical output. Relax your jaw, soften your forehead, and let your face go blank. Give the aggressor zero visual feedback. The human brain despises a conversational vacuum. When an attacker finishes their rant and meets a wall of dead silence, it generates extreme psychological discomfort. They expect resistance, and instead, they get a void. The tactical advantage of this void is immense. The pressure of the silence almost always forces the other person to keep talking. They will overshare, backtrack on their aggressive demands, or stumble into revealing what they actually need. Strategic silence is an active, aggressive mechanism. By refusing to speak, you shift the entire burden of proof onto the attacker, forcing them to negotiate against themselves. When the interaction finally ends, look at the contrast in physical states. The attacker is emotionally depleted. Their stress hormones are maxed out, and they likely said things they regret. Your heart rate, meanwhile, never moved. Your energy remains intact. True victory in any conflict is preserving your physiological baseline while the other person completely unravels. By mastering objective observation, emotional detachment, and weaponized silence, you secure total control over your own reactions. You ensure that you never surrender your peace to the loudest